Good morning everyone from me and Dexter. Today we have quite an exciting video. It's the first time I'm ever doing something like this, but Dexter recently stuck something into his stifle. And so today we are taking this very dirty boy, which I really need to clearly brush beforehand, to a new rehab facility in Harndorf, which is run by the Megan Jones eventing team. So I gave them the scans and stuff of his stifle and all those sorts of things. I've had it x-rayed and that too with the vet, and there is thankfully no chip to the actual stifle cap, I think it is. It's like essentially like a knee, like a human's knee, except it's there, as you can see, still very swollen. It's just primarily just a lot of swelling that is around that area. I was actually away when he did it, so I'm not too sure how he did it, and Mum didn't catch it for about 2 days, so that probably is why it's so swollen still. And there's actually a fluid-filled hematoma underneath the skin, about 1 centimetre underneath the skin. And so because of all this, and because there's shows coming up next month, thanks Dexter, we decided that some more treatment other than just like anti-inflammatories and antibiotics would probably be a good idea. So we are taking him there today. Really excited to see how this all works and everything. I will show you now the scans from the vet and his kind of explanation of some of the stuff.
Well, that's really good. Yeah, that's really good.
So this is the normal part there. Obviously the deep part's in the joint. But then if we go here, it's over the wound now. And then underneath there, you just there?
Yeah.
That's kind of where the wound is, and there's a little pocket there. Wound. So that's 1/2 centimetre, so it's nearly 1 centimetre underneath. So it's thickened skin, it's formed like a capsule, see that?
Yeah.
There's a bit of a fibrin tag, see that little fibrin part there, see that little strand?
Yeah.
That's just floating in the fluid there, see?
Mm.
So it's kind of the blood would have clotted in there and it's formed kind of fibrin tag.
Before, disgusting animal. After to come, I forgot to do it.
Yeah,
Come on, Dex. Dusty boy. Worth it? No.
This guy. We will pop him in the spa. So what we do with the spa first is we get the water up his legs, and I'll show you the spa in a second. So the water we can have all the way up to the belly. We can actually go up above that. So in this case, we would need to do that.
Yeah.
That water goes down to 2 degrees. So, and we can keep them in there for a while, and that's what penetrates those joints. So we'll get that up his legs until he's happy, and then we'll try him again with that if he has a reaction to the water, because when the actual blower comes on, it's like a spa, literally.
Yeah.
So some of them do or don't like that. So the introductory offer, which is what he's here for, we'll work out if he's happy being in there, and if he's not, then that's when we'll leave it at that, keep it a nice experience for him, and then if he comes back for another treatment at any point, we know then how he's going to react. So obviously he's not going to come out and be 100% sound with a super big thing, but in the next days and week we should have some sort of result with that. So,
yeah, cool.
But as I said, that one when we took Candy, and even my horse, so Chester's a 15-year-old off the track thoroughbred, he's just generally stiff, sore and puffy everywhere. And he came back from Wallaby Hill, same thing, was just puffy in the legs, no injury or anything, and his legs have never looked better. And that's not a marketing thing, that's just my $2.5 special off Facebook that Megan bought me.
Yeah.
And his legs were beautiful. Well, they still had bumps and scars on them, but they were noticeably different.
Interesting.
And again, we didn't have them. Those horses were probably one of the first horses that went on that spa after Wallaby Hill. So what's that, December? And since then you can refine how long they're in there for and how deep the water is, how cold the water is. and now we refine it a lot more, so they don't have to be in there for as long, depending what they're there for. Megan used one in badminton, so she had Hallmark, which is what our property's named after. She had him there. This is when it was the long format cross country.
Yeah, I remember that was 90s-ish or something, or early 2000s.
One of, if not the worst wet badmintons, and he broke down in his wind, and he had a mobile spa that night, and she rode one of, don't quote me, 2 or 4 clear show jumping rounds the next day, and she said she's never ridden a horse after cross country that felt so full of energy.
Yeah, right.
So she said generally the next day it's like riding a horse with 4 flat tires, and she got on this horse that was like full of beans, etc. So that's one of the main reasons we've always wanted to get one at our place, but just didn't have the funding. So luckily we've had our partners who wanted to sort of do something like this, and we're just so lucky we've got one here now to use. Then she can speak. I'm happy to. Anyway, so now it's...
Oh, Dex. Hey, buddy. Good boy. It's okay. Good boy. Hey? It's okay. It's okay. It's just your leggies. Good boy. Good boy. See? It just makes a noise. Good. Good boy. Just like that. Stand up. Okay. What is that?
I know, it's crazy, isn't it? It's not normal. I'm gonna have to look at that. I've got a blood in it. Oh boy, a little puddle for your feet. That's not so bad, is it? I know. See that? That's crazy, isn't it?
Very interesting.
It's just gonna keep doing that.
Little Licky?
It's not like the damn home house.
No. We've never even been to the beach before, so. Good boy. It's okay. Good pony. Good boy. It's okay. Good.
Oh, so smart.
It's okay, gorgeous.
Oh, you know, he says open it. I don't want to stay in here just yet. It's okay.
They gave me a coffee with a little cookie on top. It's the small things, you know, that impress me heavily. Update, Dexter's next round, because that was just to get him used to the spa, is going to be in a couple of hours. So we've disconnected the float and I've headed home to where I live normally, not where the horses are. Just currently getting the car washed because this thing literally just sits in the back. It's like done 300,000 kilometers and it's just like an El Cheapo Range Rover because it's like old and has done so many Ks. And so the poor thing literally just like sits, sorry, the fan, it just sits near the stable for the entirety of its life because it's not really like a day-to-day kind of car. It's just for pulling the float. Because of that, it just has no love ever. So I decided, considering it's finally disconnected from the float and stuff, I would take it to get a wash and dropping off some orders. So yeah. Okay, so currently back home, decided to clean the car more by scrubbing these in the sink. etc. Did a change of clothes because, you know, why not put my own stuff on whenever I possibly can. I'm actually loving getting one in a big size and then wearing it like oversized at the moment. So this is a large. I think for the next release, because I'm going to bring this out in different colours I think this winter, I reckon I'm going to make the sizes bigger, because this is like one of the items that people have been sizing up in, especially compared to like the show jackets and the leggings, which run a little bit big. These seem to run quite small. So yeah, that's my plan for this year. And I want a colour that like this shows up a little bit more, because the black, it kind of just like disappears, as you can see when I'm further away, / the lighting is different. So apparently they've got Dexter in again to get more used to it, filled it up a bit more, like actually close the doors and stuff. And so that's good. I think he was fine. And then at 2, they're going to put him in and like hopefully crank the water right up to his injury. It really just depends how he reacts to the water. But I think he should be fine. He's pretty good in water, like he loves water and stuff. So hopefully in the next week or so with this treatment, he will be able to come back into work, at least just like walking and trotting a little bit. Because the show season starts in less than a month. So really want to get to the first couple of shows, not the first one obviously because that's too soon, but my aim is the 27th of next month.
All you young chicks like the social media, MySpace things.
MySpace, you reckon?
You also that too. I find that MySpace is so
chew on that bit for the entire time.
So each horse has been individual about it. Well, like, so this is his 3rd time on today. And we just keep creeping up from there.
Yeah.
But then once they become regular, then we just go up to their level and relax. Hey? Such a good boy. Have a picture. Yeah, don't do anything.
Is that again?
So the rehabilitation program, $110 a day, includes the ECB cold saltwater spa, the ECB water treadmill, therapeutic treatments and services included, tailored accommodation options, feed and supplements, and rugging.
Nice.
Along with having a post-operative program, pre-training and conditioning, rider away, horses will play, a pamper day package, casual sessions, overnight accommodation, spelling accommodation, and the pregnancy fitness package.
Pregnancy fitness. I wonder if that's for brood. I guess so. Not people. Wait, so that one that we did today would have been 110?
Yeah. Which really, $110
I mean,
for
it
a
was.
spa day
I
is
totally paid
pretty
that.
Good. Maybe we'll just like see if I can book in for myself.
Back home. Want to get him off? Want to get him off?
Hey.
Dex. Hello. Come on. Come on.